Lights, sirens, chaos. Those are just some of the things firefighters and EMTs face in their everyday lives.
Brotherhood, honor, duty. Sometimes what we do goes beyond the uniform and turnout gear.
The men and women we work with every day are more than just teammates or coworkers. They are a family. Firefighters and EMTs consider what they do a lifestyle more than a hobby or activity. A lifestyle where they are aware of the dangers and stress of everyday activities, but instead of running away from them, they embrace it and use it as motivation to do the best they can, every time someone is in need.
There are many things that make fire and EMS a culture. For example, the history behind these organizations, and how they started, the attitudes and values it takes to be a part of this culture, and the education needed to execute each procedure.
Today, to live another day, speaking my mind today. Where we head today. I've gotta make a stand, but I am just a man. I'm not superhuman. My voice will be heard today.
Many years have gone by since the first fire was fought by a firefighter in the United States. In the year 1736, the first volunteer fire department was founded by Benjamin Franklin in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. One of the earliest known firefighting tactics was used by these brave pioneers, known as a bucket brigade. Each member agreed to bring 6 leather buckets to carry water and 2 stout linen bags to rescue endangered property to every fire upon first being alerted of the emergency. With these buckets, they doused the roaring flames with water. When the department reached its limit of 30 members, they encouraged those still looking to fight fires to start their own brigade. As this new trend evolved, modern-day firefighting became more effective and grew into what it is today.
EMS, on the other hand, was started in 1966 under Lyndon B. Johnson's command, when he was given a report called Accidental Death and Disability, the Neglected Disease of Modern Society. The report revealed that in 1965 alone, vehicle accidents killed more Americans than were lost in the Korean War. After these facts surfaced, a nationally recognized curriculum for EMS was born, which involved ambulance technicians and paramedics. To become a paramedic, one had to go through 400 hours of classwork and 100 hours of field internship. As the paramedic program grew, more and more classes began popping up around the country, thus starting the modern-day EMS system.
As the framework of these organizations grew, so did the families within. In today's society, the term brotherhood is used quite often. To explain to those who don't know what the brotherhood is can be a daunting task. In short, the brotherhood is a tight-knit group of first responders who have each other's back whenever it's needed, for whatever task is asked of them, either while on the job or on personal time off. When asking first responders to explain it themselves, most just say, if you're not in it, you won't get it. However, while on the job, the brotherhood is a rule. When entering a burning building, there is a buddy system, 2 firefighters in, 2 firefighters out. If your partner needs to exit the building for whatever reason, it is your responsibility to make sure he does not leave the building alone. No man is left behind, ever. Don't take us as selfish. First responders make their community they serve top priority. For example, public education is one of first responders' main concerns. It's not uncommon to see firehouse doors open to the community during Fire Prevention Week in October to give families tours of their fire trucks and informing them to update their home evacuation plans, or to see rescue squads holding free classes to teach the public how to do basic CPR and to teach kids how to call 911 in case of an emergency.
In order to become a part of the fire and EMS culture, one must go through many hours of intense training and education. If one wishes to become an EMT, be prepared for a 250-hour class involving hands-on testing and state testing, to ensure that when asked to suction the patient's oropharynx or insert a 9mm oropharyngeal airway, then rest the patient in the Trendelenburg position, one can do so without hesitating or asking any questions. Or, if one isn't too into the medical field, maybe firefighting might be more your style. However, be prepared for a 200-hour class involving strenuous physical activity and bookwork. If you are one of few to graduate from the academy, be prepared if on fire scene your chief asks you to grab a Halligan off the quint and take a 24-foot extension ladder to the 2nd Division Charlie Delta window and perform a VEIS right-handed search. All of this is just the tip of the iceberg because after your basic initial training, one is expected to extend their education and also participate in their company's weekly drills. So next time that fire engine passes by, or the ambulance whips around that street corner, you now know the basics of how they live and breathe everything they do. Whether it be in uniform, in turnout gear, or even in street clothes, they have each other's backs no matter what.
Those men and women live their lives by a creed and sacrifice all for very little in return. That is just the tiniest inside look on the culture of firefighters and EMTs.